Guys. I did it. I did it. I told you I would. I told you I would. Let me get the full. Look at that. We got Lorelai. We've got Lorelai. We've got Lorelai. We've got Lorelai. And right here we have Lorelai. So yeah, things are looking good. We're back with season 5 of Gilmore Girls, season 5, episode 1. Excited for this season. I want to see why the show drops off so dramatically. Even though, granted, most people said season 5 is actually a banger, and then it kind of falls off. So season 5, I think we're safe, and I don't think that means seasons 6 and 7 are going to be bad, but we'll see. I really enjoyed season 4. I think it's a tough one. I would say was the best season if it wasn't for Rory. Rory wasn't bad. I just thought she was a little bit bland in season 4. So I felt like if she was a bit better, then I would safely say it was the best season. But then I don't know if I'm just like... Because then I didn't love Lorelai and Jason. So I don't know. There was things with season 4 that I loved. Things I wasn't the biggest fan of. But that's kind of the same with every season of this show so far. But either way, I just feel like I get more into the show as it goes on. So as always, we're going to jump into a Q&A, which we do for about 15 minutes at the start of every season. We have 24 comments for this. I know a couple of them are, where is the episode? Because I know I'm a day late with this for Patreon. I was waiting for the shirt, okay? I was waiting for the shirt. I knew it was coming today. I was like, you know what? I want to wear it in this season. It's such a bad excuse. But I genuinely wanted to just have the shirt on. So, can I be blamed? I don't know. Wearing this in season 5, episode 2 would have been cool as well. But I don't know. Something about wearing it at the start of a new season... It was calling my name. So we're a day late with this on Patreon. I know that's 2 of the questions at the bottom. I know you're both very funny. Who was it? Yasmin and Laura. Where is the app? Where is the app? You're both hilarious, to be fair. You guys, I'm sure you guys would have rather had the episode yesterday and not given a shit about the shirt. But look on the bright side, now you have something to look forward to on Thursday. So we're going to jump into the Q&A and then we'll do the tier list as well. We have 17 characters, quite a lot of characters to get through on the tier list. So I won't ramble on about them too much, and I won't ramble in this Q&A too much because I do just want to get into the season, to be honest. But thank you to everyone who's asked a question. We'll start with Casey, who asks, so excited for season 4 after Rory's big mistake at the end of season 4. What are you expecting in season 5 for her? Big mistake. So, again, based on the Patreon comments, this seems to be like one of the big reasons as to why everyone hates Rory. I don't see it. I don't hate Rory for... I don't think this ruins Rory's character. I think, yes, she's made a mistake, but so has Dean. But Dean, granted, we haven't loved too much. I pushed this more onto Dean, but yeah, granted. I felt like I would have cared more if we'd gotten to know Liz. Is it Liz? Not Liz. What's his wife's name? You know, it doesn't matter. It's Lexi. We'll just say Lexi. If we'd gotten to know her a bit more, because we got some glimpses and she seems nice, but I felt like it would have hit harder maybe if we'd gotten to know her more throughout the season. And then it's like, oh boom, Dean's cheated on her, and Rory hooked up with Dean as well. And I imagine if she like had a friendship with her or something in the kind. I don't know. I felt like you could have done something really more painful with that. So I don't think this ruins Rory's character or anything. But as for what I'm expecting from her in season 5. I guess she'd be pursuing Dean, but I don't know if that's probably the best choice. Maybe to come into realization that she's made a mistake. Probably not. Maybe like Lorelai's telling her she's made a mistake and Rory's gonna have a big mardy about it. But at the same time, like, she's what? How old is she here now? Like 18? I get, yeah, old enough to probably know better, but I don't know. I don't think this, like I say, ruins a character or anything. Maybe keep her single for a bit as well, because I felt like they did a good job of keeping her single in season 4. But then Jess and Dean started to get more involved as the season went on. So maybe bring in someone new. I don't know. I don't need her pursuing Dean for a whole season. I'd only want her and Jess to figure things out if Jess makes an improvement, which he did kind of at the end of the season. So we need more of that before I really start rooting for Jess and Dean. That would be something, but Jess and Rory. Diana asks, after 4 seasons, how do you think Luke and Lorelai will adjust to finally being more than friends? What do you hope to see from their romantic relationship? So excited. Yeah, I felt like the build-up to this has been good. I felt like if they kept hinting at it over and over and over again and just got boring, and this is why I'm glad they've taken their time with it, because they might break up still at some point, but it's so clear that they're going to end up together. So if they break up, I hope it's for like good reasons and not just kind of there just to do it. Because I felt like New Girl kind of did that, where they had like the relationship that you know they're going to end up together, but they did it too early in the show, so they had to break them up, and it was for such useless reasons. So if they're going to do that, I'd be curious. I don't think it needs to be this season, though. I think this season just needs to be Luke and Lorelai dating, have their first dates, have them hanging out, watching, doing what they do best. Just do what they've been doing, even when they hang out and they haven't been romantically involved, but when they have like the little moments. I think just do more of that, really. That's all I really need to see. I don't need to see a big proposal or a big wedding. Anything. I don't need to see a breakup. I don't need to see anything super dramatic. Just have them date, bounce off each other well. Have a couple of ups and downs in there. That's absolutely fine, but just keep it as a romantic relationship, and I'll be happy with that. That's all they need to do with the season. Don't try and do too much with it. Aaron asks, so excited for season 5. What are you expecting from the couples in season 5? Luke and Lorelai, Emily and Richard, Rory and Dean. Rory and Dean, that's going to fizzle out. I don't see it lasting. Emily and Richard, I mean, they'll probably get back together, but Emily, oh my god, if Emily gets on the dating scene in this season, I'll be so happy. Richard's there like, what have I done? Have I fumbled Emily? He's like, well, bro, you wanted to have sex with golf clubs, so that's absolutely fine, but, you know, what do you think is going to happen? And then Lorelai and Luke, as I just said. Just keep it, you know, they're dating, having a good time, that's all I need. And Jason, don't try and get involved, please. He probably will, but... Yasmin asks, I think I remember that at the beginning you said you sort of liked the show, but were mainly watching it because people voted for it. It feels like that has changed. What would you say is the main reason for that? I don't remember saying that. I felt like I took on the show initially because it won the poll, for sure. And I did want to watch it at some point anyway. Yeah, maybe after season 1 I was like, I'll do season 2 because people were really enjoying it. Maybe if it wasn't doing so well, maybe I would have dropped it. Because I kind of did that with Supernatural, where Supernatural just wasn't doing that well, and I thought the show was fine, so I thought, I'm not going to waste this amount of time on the show that's not doing amazing. The only show I've done that with is This Is Us, and that's because the show is a masterpiece, where that's a show that just wasn't doing that well on YouTube and Patreon, but I just wanted to do it anyway. So, yeah, this did... I don't know. I felt like season 1 wasn't like bad or anything. I was into it in season 1. I guess it was just like a different type of show where they really don't do much in this show. Like every episode is like they could just be going to a festival, opening a new shop. Oh, there's a deer in the road. It's like but getting used to that's the point that it is just the town doing these random things. And I felt like in season 1 I didn't care for any of the townies. Like, can you believe I didn't even really care for Kirk in season 1? I know, blasphemous, but now I love. That's an extension. I like most of the townies and love a couple of them, so I feel like I'm more on board with those kind of storylines, and I've warmed, as I've said over and over again, more to Lorelai as the time went on. She is like the main character rather than Rory in the show, so when I wasn't super into Lorelai for the first couple of seasons, I mean, that didn't help. And then the relationships I felt like in the show, I love romance in TV shows, and I didn't really ship anyone, maybe Lorelai and Luke a little bit, but yeah, I didn't really ship anyone that much. Like, even Jess and Rory, I felt like were fine, but I wasn't like super on board with it. So yeah, but now I feel like as the seasons have gone on, I've got way more into certain characters, way more into certain storylines, and I care about the actual town and stuff. So that's probably what it is. Yeah. Emily asks, do you think we will see Jess again? What are your feelings about him after the finale? We have to see Jess again. I'll be very confused if we don't see him again. Because I feel like we've done a good job with him in the last few episodes, actually building on his character. We have some actual character development, which I've actually liked to have seen. That makes no sense. I've enjoyed seeing that from Jess. Trying to get Rory to run away with him, I thought he kind of went a bit to the extreme with that. But, you know, we appreciate someone trying to change. So, yeah, I hope we definitely see him again. Emily also asked predictions for Paris in season 5. Surely she's not... That was one of my few predictions that I just didn't get at the end of the season, that her and the professor guy were going to break up. That just was, I think, the only one... I was sure they were going to break up. I can't believe they've been, like, together since the first third of the season, of season 4, and they're still together. It's like, my God, I can't find my predictions now. Charmed villain names, Dead Space Platinum, Outer Banks... Beard Stroke Tally. If you watch those reactions, you know what that means. Taylor Swift album ratings, Squid Game challenge predictions, Gilmore Girl predictions. There we go. Yeah, I got them all right apart from Paris. So that's a fail. So yeah, I hope she dumps him or he dumps her. Well, either just get it done. Emily also asks, "What are you hoping from Luke and Lorelai in season 5?" We kind of answered that a couple of times. Hope asks, "First of all, I can't wait to see you experience season 5, Emily." Okay, okay, I'm excited for every season, Emily. So all I say is that she's off the rails in both the best and worst way. Off the rails. What could that mean? If she's like hooking up with 20 guys all over, bravo. Maybe 20 might be a bit mad, but yo, if she's going out on the dating scene, I'm gonna be very happy. As for the worst ways, maybe she takes our angle on Lorelai some more, which would be annoying. Secondly, I want to ask what you think the fallout of Richard and Emily's marriage will be in season 5. Richard's gonna realise he fumbled because he's a fool. Emily's, she kind of hinted that she was maybe gonna hook up with someone in, was it season 2 when she did that? Maybe season 3 where she did that spa thing with Lorelai and she didn't. Probably for the best. She was married, so. But I mean, she should get back. They should do an episode like that again. But this time Emily does actually hook up with someone. I'm just rooting for Emily to hook up with people. I think that's what's happening here. But you know what? Why not? Her and Richard are going to get back together. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. But not this season, please. Just have Emily be free of him. My God. Haley asks, predictions for our boy Kirk in season 4. Do you think him and Lulu's relationship will remain strong? I want to see more of that relationship. We only saw Lulu twice. The episode after he mentioned... No, the episode where he's dating her and then she came back in one of the episodes. Maybe she came in 3 times, actually. But yeah, I want to see more of that. I'm fine with that. Like, I'm cool with Kirk doing his random shenanigans. They're amazing, of course. But can we get some episodes in there where Kirk is just being in a relationship with Lulu? I don't know. I kind of want to see it a little bit. Maybe go to Luke for some advice, which he kind of did, I guess, in the finale, and that we saw how that ended. So yeah, I don't. I want it to remain strong. I don't think if he breaks up with Lulu, then it's like, well, what else is there for Kirk relationship wise? Do we need? We don't even really know Lulu, so what's the point? Yeah, that'd be cool if we got to see a bit more of that. Kay asks, knowing what you know of Rory now, how well suited do you think she is to her dream of being a foreign correspondent? I guess I've not really thought much about that. A dream of... Did I even know that's what she wanted to do? I don't know if I paid that much attention to what she wants to do, to be honest. I know she's been studying a ton at college. I probably should have picked up on what she actually wants to do. So I'll take your word for it. I mean, she's doing well at college. She failed a couple of things, but sure, yeah, I guess. Is she suited for doing her dream job? I think so. There's not really much competition where she is, so yeah, we'll go with yes. I wonder if they'll actually show her pursuing that more, like after college. Like, will we see the after college years? Because surely she's not going to be. She'll be at college in season 5, I assume, but then season 6 and 7, her getting a job. I don't know, living the life. We'll see. Michaelina is how I'm going to say that. Probably wrong. Let me know if I got that wrong. All right. You seemed to like Dean in season 4, at least before the finale. You mentioned you could see Dean and Rory being endgame, paraphrasing. What's your thoughts about him now? What's your predictions for him, Rory? And Lindsay, that was it. Lindsay, not... Liz was Luke's sister, so that would have been really weird. So, yeah. Okay, so... I liked him before the finale, before the last couple of episodes. I guess you mentioned I could see Dean and Rory being endgame. I wouldn't root for that. Like, I'm not that bothered, but I do see the vision of them two potentially ending up together at the end of the show. Like, at the moment, like, the options are Jess and Dean, and I guess or someone new who hasn't been introduced yet. Out of those two, I think the fan favorite one is going to be Jess, clearly, but based on how they've been telling the story and the plot, it wouldn't make more sense to be Dean. Especially because I felt like Dean developed and progressed as a character. Jess didn't until the end, but then Dean kind of went back a little bit. So maybe they're both back to kind of where they were at. But yeah, I don't mind Dean. I do prefer him to how he was. I still think he's a bit dull. I think that's the worst thing about Dean is he's just dull. But he's not bad. I mean, you could argue he's bad now because he did cheat on his literal wife. But yeah, I wonder if Lindsay will be in season 5. Oh my god, I wonder if we find her finding out. Yeah, I'm excited to find out. I wonder if they'll pick straight back up on that in season 5. Like, Oh yeah, someone mentioned by the way that Rory was calling Dean's phone, but Lindsay picked up at the last scene of the last season. I thought she was calling Paris. So, yeah, that's interesting. I guess that Lindsay picked up. And then, do you have any predictions for Lane and Hep Alien? Who the hell's Hep Alien? Do you have any predictions for Lane and Hep Alien? What? Hep Alien. Hep Alien is a fictional band. Oh, okay. It's the band name. Don't make it big. Don't make millions. That's my prediction for that. Don't make millions. Sell so many copies. Debbie asks, you are a big fan. Oh, you're just a big fan in general. You are a big Emily fan. Do you think there is anything she could ever do to make you dislike her? Oh, and then this has a reply. I second this question. This question got 11 likes, so I guess that's the most liked question on the list. She could kill a dog. We've said that before. She could literally murder a dog. I'm not going to love that, to be honest. She can murder a cat, that's fine, but a dog... No, we like cats. Cats aren't too bad. She could murder Lorelai. I won't be too happy about that. She could murder anyone else, though, in the show. I wouldn't care. Like, I'd kind of understand, but Lorelai, dogs, off limits, so there's that. We have mentioned that before. As for realistically what Emily could do to make me dislike her... I don't know. I think if she I could maybe see a scene where she just slaps Lorelai across the face or something. That hasn't happened that I can remember anyway. So thank God. But if anyone's laying hands on Lorelai, and that realistically could happen, we're gonna have problems. Like Lorelai could we know what Lorelai's like. Like she just keeps talking. And maybe she says something that really steps in it, and then Emily's reaction is to just hit her or something. I don't know if I'd like that. I wouldn't be a fan. I wouldn't be a fan. And again, I'm trying to think of things that realistically could happen. That realistically could happen in the show. What else? Oh, she could try and sabotage Lorelai and Luke. I don't know how she'd do that, but she could try and sabotage that. I feel like the worst thing they could do with Emily is they don't develop her character. We know what I'm waiting for with Emily. I love Emily. But there's some development that needs to be done there for sure, mainly with her relationship with Lorelai. If they don't do that, that's going to be on the writer's fault because you set it up so well with Emily. And I feel like actually this is the season when maybe they can start making some progress with Emily's development. She's developed at times for sure. She's not the same as she was in season 1. But I feel like this season you could actually start to make a bit, especially because she's single now. So I think you could do a bit more with Emily. I love her where she's at, but if she's kind of exactly where she is here at the end of this season, I would be a little bit disappointed. That wouldn't make me dislike a character, but I'd be disappointed on the writing side of things for that one. So, yeah, we've kind of covered there. I don't know what she could do to Rory that would really make me dislike Emily. I mean, again, realistically, what she could do to Rory. Maybe turn her against Lorelai in some way. I don't know why she would do that. I mean, I guess they've tried to do that a couple of times before. Maybe even unintentionally, but I guess we'll see. Rena asks, would you rather have Rory get back together with Dean or Jess in the future, or for her to get into a completely new relationship? Out of the two, Jess. Not now. Jess needs to do some more development, but I don't care for her and Dean that much. Like I say, I don't mind Dean, but if I had to pick, it would be Jess. And completely different relationship. I feel like that could work, because I feel like Rory now knows what she kind of wants in a relationship, but the character has to be interesting. It can't be some boring Jason kind of guy who loves business and stocks. God, please. So I'd go Jess, new relationship, Dean would be the order for that. New relationship could be really cool, though. It just really depends on who the character is and who the love interest is. Colleen asks, what are you hoping to see for Rory storyline-wise related for the second year of college? It's meet new people. The roommate she's with are dull. The gym workout girl and then the other girl who has a boyfriend, I guess. Those two are dull. They're boring. I don't care. Paris is cool, so keep a friendship going with Paris. Show more of a friendship with Lane. I'll be fine with that. But get a couple of new characters in there to be a friend. Maybe the other two. What are the other two characters' names who popped up in the beach episode? That's not Lindsay, is it? No, that's Lindsay. We've discussed this show. I forgot their names, but yeah, they only came in one episode last season, but they're kind of funny. I would like to see more of those, maybe. But yeah, just keep doing what they're doing. Maybe introduce a new love interest, actually. Now that someone's mentioned it, a new love interest could potentially be really good for Rory, but they have to be an interesting character, please. Lion asks, what was your favourite and least favourite storyline of season 4? I can't wait for season 5, by the way. It's a great one. Favourite storyline was towards the end with Lorelai and Luke. And throughout, to be fair, like they had moments dotted throughout. I thought that their relationship worked really well throughout the season. Also working on and building the inn. I felt like they actually took their time with building that inn. It wasn't just magically there one day. We saw the progression of it and meeting contractors and getting like the horse in and stuff like that. Getting Michelle on board. Suki messing up with like the stove. Like I like that it took an entire season to actually build it and have it be open at the end of the season. So I really like that. Like so many shows would have just been like, yeah, let's go into business and get an inn. And then they would have done a couple of hammer knocks on the wall for like 2 episodes and then it would be there. It's like, oh, okay. Where this felt like a realistic amount of time for them to actually get there. So that was pretty... It wasn't the most like, captivating storyline, but I just like that it felt like they took their time building it. What else? Lane and Lane's mom, I kind of like what they did with that. And I like that they ended the season with maybe potentially finding some common ground in some way, so we'll see where that goes. Kirk was amazing, of course. Least favourite, Luke's romance with... You tell me your name, because I don't know. Dull. Lorelai's relationship was started dull, but got more interesting as it went on. I still won't say I loved Jason, but it wasn't the worst. And then I guess it got more interesting with when like Richard kind of betrayed Jason as well, so that added a bit more to it. So I wouldn't say that. Paris's romance with this professor, that did not need to exist. You could have cut that out and I don't think it would have made a difference. You really genuinely could have just cut that out and given Paris something else to do. That was... And it's still going and it's just like, why? So yeah, those two romance was actually the worst, but Luke's divorce, getting married and divorcing, is like, oh my god. Also, Suki was really boring this season with her baby and like, oh my god. So... I'm going to... Lakia? Lakiha. Lakia is how I would say that. Tell me if I'm right. Tell me if I'm wrong, which I'm definitely am, but we'll see what we can do about it. Is Jackson on the same level as Matt from Vampire Diaries? Or worse? Matt from the Vampire Diaries is pretty tragic. Jackson's worse, though, because Matt... I feel like we have a bit of fun with Matt. We, as like our little Patreon and YouTube community, we have fun with Matt. We make out he's an alcoholic, which he definitely is. We all agree that he's absolutely useless. He's always trying to pull off the Riz face. He somehow had a threesome with 2 of the most attractive women in the Vampire Diaries universe. Whilst he's been around for 5 seasons, tell me one thing he's done other than the threesome. Nothing. So Matt is hilarious. Jackson isn't funny at all. He wears a condom hat and he talks waffle. That's all he does. And he's boring. He's on the verge of being abusive, I would say, just because, not like physically, emotionally abusive, but if someone is so boring as a partner, is that abusive? I think that's what we have to start asking ourselves. If you're in a relationship with someone and that person is dull, boring, is that abusive? So is Jackson abusive? Yes. That's what, like, these are the questions we've got to start asking ourselves. Kylie asks, if anyone were to get pregnant in season 5, not saying they do, who do you think it would be? Jesus. Not Suki, not Rory, not Lane, not Paris. Lorelai, not Emily. Oh my god, imagine if Emily got pregnant with someone else's baby. So I guess the only choice I would say would be Lorelai. That could be like the season ending. She finds out she's pregnant with Luke's baby. Or she finds out she's pregnant with someone else's baby. Like, could she find out she's pregnant with Jason's baby? But like that would work if season 5 is set all within like a couple of months where realistically she doesn't know. And then she finds out and oh my god, it's Jason's, but obviously like I don't want to cheat on Luke or anything, so It's just from the last time they hooked up or something. Unless she cheats on Luke, then oh my god, Dad would not know. No way. Who are the other options? Miss Kim. You never know. You never know. We don't know what she gets up to at night. Yeah. If anyone were to get pregnant, I'd say it would be Lorelai. So yeah, that'd be my choice. But it'd have to be Luke's. Or if we're gonna do drama, it would be Jason's or something. Ina asks, what are your predictions for Richard in season 5? Also, what do you think about Paris and the teacher relationship? We've spoke about it. One of the worst storylines of the last season. It didn't need to happen. But as for Richard, I want him to be miserable. No, I want him to step up his game. If he's going to really actually try and win Emily back, then try and win her back. Don't just like be, oh my god, we'll see. I don't really want him to win her back, to be honest, but he probably will realistically. Yasmin asks, how do you expect Luke and Emily to get along? That's good, because I've not really thought much about Emily and Luke interacting much. So that'd be quite cool. I feel like they'd get on. I feel like Luke knows how Emily probably is. I mean, they've met a couple of times, I think. But he probably knows how to get to her on a good side based on what Lorelai said anyway. But then Lorelai would have said all the bad parts of Emily as well, so maybe he stands up for Lorelai a bit. I'd kind of respect that. Neftali asks, do you ever feel a bit silly for not realising how amazingly wonderful Lorelai is from the very beginning? I do feel a little bit silly. But I kind of say this at the start of every season. I do wonder if it's me that's come around to Lorelai, or has Lorelai become more bearable? Because she had some annoying... I mean, even with season 4, she just had some annoying tangents, but I feel like there were more in season 1. I feel like I've just gotten used to Lorelai. I think that's what it is. Maybe she's stayed the same, but she's kind of upped how many likeable moments she's had. So it could be a mix of all those in one. But do I feel silly? I mean, I'm here wearing a Lorelai Gilmore shirt that I got from Etsy for a decent price, but the postage and packaging was about £50,000. So you tell me. And then the last 2 questions from Laura and Yasmin, as we've discussed. Where is the app? Here's the app. Here's the episode right now. And I've got a Lorelai Gilmore shirt on. So what would you prefer? You tell me. And now you only have to wait 6 days for the next Gilmore Girls instead of 7. So I've actually done you all a favour, to be honest. it's how you guys literally pay to be here, but I've done you a favour. So exactly, do you get your money's worth here? You tell me. You really tell me. Right, anyway, that is the end of... Realistically though, I do apologise, it's a day late. I'm sorry guys. Please don't run away. Please don't, because I'll cry myself to sleep. What are we doing next? We're doing the tier list, aren't we? We're doing the tier list. We'll bash through these fairly quickly. Give me a minute. Oh, and thanks to everyone who asked a question. I should say I should be nice and genuine. Thank you. We have how many Q&As left for Gilmore Girls? 2 more Q&As. So if you do want to ask your questions, $1 is all you have to be. $1 Patreon. Alright, so we have best of the best, fantastic, really good, Meg, go away. You know how this works by now. We also have the last tier list I did where we can compare, which I've not looked at. I open it up in the tab and then we compare where the characters have kind of gone based on that. Shall we get the obvious out of the way? Because I said I was going to do this and I'm going to stick to that. We're going to do add a row above. And we said we were going to do this. Queen. And you know what? I know what you think I'm going to put, but we're not. We're going to put Queen Lorelai this time. Boom. Get out of the way. There's no point being around the bush. So I know on the other tier list, Queen Emily was there. So maybe we should do this. Add a row below. Just get this out of the way as well. Queen Emily. Because she is still a queen. But I had to get this picture of her with the class. And then maybe below that, we should go King Kirk. Because we know Kirk's a king. Oh, nope. Queen, nope. Queen, Emily. And then King Kirk. King Kirk has a nice ring to it. King Kirk. Kirk the King. Where is he? Oh my god, yeah, with his Jesus hair. Hell yeah. So they're the 3 best characters. I know we usually do this at the end, but it's not a mystery. I literally said I was going to do this in the reactions. These are... Lorelai has overtaken Emily for me based on this season. Like, I wonder actually if they have a. I've got the Etsy app. I'm going to check. I wonder if they have an Emily shirt. They did have a film by Kirk shirt, which someone on Patreon mentioned that they actually have, which it's kind of cool. But I did Dean dirty with his hair, by the way. The name of the article was actually, it was something like Dean's hair in season 4 is horrendous or something. It's pretty bad. I know I'm not one to talk about how good haircuts can be. I've always thought of doing a tier list, by the way, of like all my haircuts throughout the 7 years of doing reaction videos. All my haircuts, and you guys rate them. I thought we might do that this year at some point, actually. Because I've got to have 10 different haircuts throughout the 7 years of doing reactions. So, yeah, I'm getting my haircut next week. Anyway, no one cares about my haircuts. Well, we were talking about haircuts because Dean's hair here is horrendous. So let's get Dean out of the way. I'll say meh. Is that harsh? I feel like I need one below here. We've got a lot of tiers here. Just good. Not really good, not meh, just good. That's where we're going to put that. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He's had a bit of development, but not enough to really throw him all the way up to fantastic or anything. Let's go with. Shall we get Jackson out? No, let's get these two out of the way. Liz is, I believe, is her name. Luke's sister. I'm going to say just good. Above Dean, though. Pretty likable. I need a bit more with her character. And then this guy is just good as well, but probably above Dean. He's more likable than Dean. I thought he's kind of likable. He's only, in 2 episodes or something, so we didn't get much of him, but I hope we get more of him. I hope these two have their own, not storyline in season 5. I don't need their own storyline, but someone said if someone was to get pregnant, by the way, I forgot about. She would make sense to be pregnant. Would that make Luke an uncle? Uncle Luke, I can see it. Alright, let's go with... Oh, I've not added the professor here, but he would be in Go Away, by the way. So let's do Paris. Paris, fantastic. Still a really great character. It has some moments in there that you'd be like, oh, eye rolly at, but for the most part, she seems like one of these characters you either really like her or you really don't. But I really like her. I won't say she's like best of the best or anything, or deserving of her own slot of a tier, but pretty fantastic character. And a good friend for Rory. Not as good of a friend as Lane, though. I do prefer Lane. Again, I won't say best of the best. She's very, very close. But I don't know. Maybe... Sorry, he's literally hoovering and slamming. Who hoovers like they're just slamming walls constantly? Get my own place in how long? About 4 weeks. 4 weeks, gonna have a whole new background. The bookshelves are gonna make a return. No one cares. Yeah, I'll keep her at fantastic. I'm curious where I put her in the last season, but I'm not gonna check. But yeah, fantastic. I won't say she's best of the best. Jess, I'll go... I would say just good if it wasn't for those last couple of episodes. We're going to say really good. Again, I don't love that he went all the way to the other end to try and get her to run away with him, but he's made an effort. He read the book, and the moment between him and Luke, I love that. That was a really great moment for Jess and Luke. So, yeah, we'll say really good. Keep doing what he's doing, and we could get back up. Because he did start, was it here, in season 2? I don't know, somewhere like that. Alright, Jackson, go away. We know where Jackson's going. I've said everything. It's just so boring, dull, unfunny, does nothing, boring, dull, does nothing, unfunny, boring. You get the idea. It's just the same garbage. Go away. Mrs. Kim, I think she's an interesting character. I won't say likeable. I think she's an interesting character, so we'll put her there. Just good. Yeah. I won't say I love her, but we're obviously going to be like Team Lane on this, so it's unfortunate. But I find it interesting that they're showing that story between them both. So like you have the complete opposite where Lorelai and Rory are so close, and you can't ever imagine Lorelai just kicking Rory out. So you get the complete opposite where these two just aren't close and don't. Not that they don't get along, but it's more feels contractual than it does. You know, like a natural mother-daughter relationship. So, is what it is. And I know that's the way Miss Kim's been raised and all that as well. Of course, it leaks over, but we're gonna root for Lane on that. Of course, did I say Mrs. Lane? I think Miss Kim. You know what I mean. Let's go Richard. I'm gonna say meh. I don't think he's like go away level of like he's not Jackson level of bad, but I'm done with Richard. Chose to go to golf over his wife's best friend's funeral. Let me rephrase that. Chose to go to golf over supporting his. Let's repeat. Queen Emily, his queen wife. He chose to go to golf. Interesting, Richard. Interesting decision. And now you're single. How'd that work out for you? So he deserves what he got, and he can stay down there in the dumps for a bit. I'm sure he'll work his way back up, but right now, what did he do this season that was super likable? I guess it depends how much you hate Jason, but I didn't hate him that much to get betrayed. We'll put Jason in. He was here, then he was here, and then he ended around there. He's just good. I was never going to love Jason, just the way his personality was. And then when I think very early on was like, oh, I don't like this guy, and everyone was like, oh, Jason's amazing. I'm like, whoa, I did not see like the love for Jason's character. That was confusing, but you know what? He did improve a little bit. And we'll put him in the just good. Nothing exceptional going on in this brain of his, but more exceptional than Jackson's brains, so we can't put him that far down. Then we'll get Suki. Probably her weakest season. She just didn't do anything. She had a baby, which in my eyes is doing nothing apparently. But in terms of story, it just wasn't interesting. Like she was being a mum and bought a stove. That was it. So I'm saying meh. Probably. Richard did more. Yeah, Richard was more interesting at least this season. So yeah, Suki's down in meh at the moment. I didn't like hate her. She wasn't annoying this season like she was in season 1. I still stand by that. But she just was boring. She didn't do anything. So it's the definition of meh. Michelle kind of was doing what Suki was doing, but he just felt like he kind of got it more. I like Michelle's sarcasm. He's way funnier, way more entertaining, way more likable. So we're going to put him in really good. Not quite fantastic, but still a really good character. I could argue at the bottom of fantastic, but I'm not going to go quite that far. Luke's best of the best. Obviously, Luke's been, I think, out of all of them, the most consistently just the same. His storyline was pretty crap. It was his weakest. Yeah, it was his weakest season in terms of story. But then he had some really great moments with Jess. I like that he was reading the book. I found that kind of cute. And then all his stuff with Lorelai at the end was just perfect. So, and I guess with the story of the divorce, it didn't show it too much. They had 3 episodes out of the 22 that was focusing on his divorce, maybe. Just so, but it kind of got mentioned every now and again. I think as a character, I'd still say best of the best. Rory is a hard one. I think Rory, her weakest season in terms of story for sure, but I do like that they tried to just have her be single for a bit, up until like the last 4-ish episodes where they just went, oh, okay, we'll try and get with Dean again. I do like that they tried to have her just be single and enjoy the college life a bit, which I think we got the most. I feel like I would have enjoyed the season a lot more with Rory if her 2 friends were a bit more interesting, because she was just doing college stuff, and that's kind of what I want to see really, is her just being at college. But I felt like the characters she was interacting with, minus Paris, just weren't that interesting. And then Paris kind of had a dull story as well. We'll say I preferred Lane. I'll say there. Still really good character, just her weakest for sure. So that is the tier list. I'm going to compare. Top was Emily, then I want to say it was Kirk, then Lorelai, because I remember towards the end of season 3 I was starting to really get on board with Lorelai. And then probably Luke, then Rory. Oh no, it was Rory. Oh, Luke was where he was. Okay, cool. Oh, Dave. I didn't see any of Dave this season. Sucks. The same picture of Jackson as well. Any of these the same picture? Literally no. It's just Jackson. I think if you search up Jackson, that's like the only image of him that's not like one of these where it's like the character posing kind of thing. Yeah, okay, so Lorelai's gone way up to the top. Rory's gone down a little bit. Lane's gone up. I would agree with that. Paris has gone up. Yeah. The Greys. I should have named them really the same because I don't know. But Michelle's gone up a little bit. Jess has stayed the same. Mrs. Kim has stayed the same. We've added way more tiers this time, so Rory's gone down then, because the Greats to me is the fantastic tier, so Rory has gone down. Luke has gone up. Yeah. It's weird, because I felt like Luke's story was bad last season, but oh my god, the romance with him and Lorelai. You can't go wrong. Yeah, I'm pretty okay with that. I gotta keep that same picture of Jackson every season now, but yeah, Queen Emily, Queen Lorelai, King Kirk, and Luke is fourth best. But God, I wonder if, imagine the tier list we do where like one of these three is like down here maybe. I don't know if that'll happen. All right, let's go on with the reaction. We've been rambling for 40 minutes. Season 5, episode 1. Leave a like if you enjoy. Patreon down below if you want to join us there.
I love you, Rory.
Oh my god!
I love you too, dear.
Is this in her head, or is this what happened when Lorelai came back?
Right here is the textbook definition of a perfect moment.
Yeah, it is.
Cheating on your wife?
And earlier,
It was pretty perfect, too.
What, when he farted in bed?
As a guy, I was trying not to be a pig.
A pig?!
hey, you know what I think we need?
What?
I'm assuming this is the
A song. Like a song that's
time
our
Lorelai
song.
came back.
Okay.
Something romantic, but not mushy. Something that'll make us remember this.
Slipknot psychosocial.
From now on, no matter what you're doing, or where you are, you will stop and think of me when you hear this.
Right, so this song's definitely going to play like the end of the app when they're all miserable.
Okay. I'll pick something else.
No!
Hey, hand it over. I can't take
This
it
is
anymore.
what happens when the women get the remote. Ah-ha.
Oh, yeah, okay.
What was that?
Rory!
Oof.
Hey, what's going on?
King came over to borrow something.
It just couldn't have been more obvious. Jesus.
What did he borrow?
I'm sorry I didn't.
Oh, did he stay outside and listen?
I was gonna show up tonight, and it just happened.
Just go now, Dean, before you overhear too much.
Well, aren't you glad that it happened with someone who's good and
He's married.
really loves me?
He's married.
Ah!
I don't understand the situation.
Is he still married?
Yes, but
Then I understand the situation.
Oh, yeah, he's zipped. He's like, oh, yeah, I am married. I am married. Who am I married to? What's her name?
Hello?
God, she picked a rapid... I better said that. I better said that last time. If this scene continues from after where it ended, then I'm going to give myself a pat on the back because I did say I felt like the scene just randomly, abruptly ended.
Hey,
Yeah, okay. There was more.
let's just talk.
See. Goodness gracious.
You do realize you just leapt out of a moving vehicle.
Good, as you should.
All the years we've been together, I have never seen you behave as irrationally as Emily. I'm talking to you. Will you
Yes,
stop?
Emily.
Emily,
Oh, yeah. Oh, I wish I was that plant. Go home, Richard. That's probably the worst thing I could have said, seeing as he is, but... Go elsewhere.
What do you need your European luggage for?
To put things in.
You're making a mess.
I don't care if I'm making a mess.
It's a mess down here anyway.
Or perhaps Pennell and Locke can come by after one of your clandestine luncheons and take a stab at it.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, not that again. She's just a friend.
A friend that you lied about for 20 years.
To Europe, and I'm going to have a marvelous time.
Do it!
I'm going to get up at 10, and I'm going to have 2 glasses of wine at lunch
Do
every
it.
single day.
Only prostitutes have 2 glasses of wine at lunch.
Open for business.
I can't talk to you when you're like this. I'm going to...
He can't believe he's gonna have an aneurysm. Oh my god, do it, Emily, please. Only prostitutes have 2 wines of... What? I can't talk. Whatever he said. Has he locked her in? Yes, he has. Oh my god.
This isn't funny.
Burn the place to the ground. I mean, you'd be locked in it, so that means you would die, but yeah, so don't do that. Oh my god.
You locked me in.
I did not lock you in.
Oh, who did them? The ghost?
Give me a moment, please.
If you don't come down here right now, I will climb out the window.
not climb out the window.
Oh, she
I
will.
will. I will climb out the window right now.
Do it, Emily.
Don't you dare.
I'm doing it. I'm climbing out the window.
You better not climb out the window.
Well, she is. What are you going to do about it? Oh, my God.
Get down from there.
He's...
No.
Emily, get back.
He can't believe it. Do Emily, escape from him. Escape from this psychopath living a best life.
Are you having an aneurysm or something?
Oh, I said
Get
that.
inside and put this on.
Get away from me.
About the wrong person, though.
I don't know what you resort to. I don't know who you are at all.
I knew the mental illness in your family would catch up with you.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, fine.
What is
Is this
this?
sort of a problem here, folks?
No, there's no problem.
We got a call from some of your neighbors complaining about a disturbance.
We apologize. We're going inside.
Really? They complained about nothing.
We have your security password, please.
Look, it's getting late, so either shoot us or go away.
Fine. We'll just write up a report and be on our way.
Petal Huffington reads the police blotter religiously. It's like heroin to her. You've turned it into a scandal of the neighborhood.
This display tonight demonstrates clearly that you are no longer the woman I married.
Oh my God, shut up. Boring oaf of a man.
But you respected her. So you are right, Richard. I am definitely not the woman you married.
Call him out. Call out his lazy ways. Ah, Lorelai. I was about to say Emily, because I'm so used to saying it.
Oh no.
It's okay.
What happened?
He landed butt first in Taylor's rose bushes.
Oh, is it Kirk?
You were gone for a while.
Yeah, well, I just some things to take care of at home. Are you sure he can breathe?
Oh, yeah, I propped his head up. So,
Did you?
Kirk.
Lulu can't see me like this.
Okay, she won't, I promise. Can I take a look?
Okay.
What's everybody doing up?
Oh, hey, good timing, Squiggy.
Squiggy? When did she ever call it up? You guys are going to give me like 10 examples of when she said it.
Me? Why me?
Well, because you're a chef.
What?
And you have a kid.
Yes, that's better. You have a kid.
Neither of us has kids. Well, she does, but it's big, and you can look at her own butt.
I got this, thanks.
Okay, yeah.
Oh. I'm gonna need Bactine, antiseptic, and lots of hot towels.
I'll go. Be right back.
Is Luke here?
I'm right here, Kirk.
Sorry I bit you.
It's okay, Kirk.
They were after me, so I ran away.
Who's after you, honey?
Assassins.
Oh. Hey, you never know, you never know.
So I ran and they followed me down the hall, down the stairs, past Luke and Lorelai kissing, through the yard,
Oh.
over that fence.
Well, the assassins are gone now, Kirk.
Oh, Suki didn't even.
What about Luke
Yes.
kissing Lorelai?
I think you imagine that too.
Yeah.
They look so real.
Okay, Kirk. You just settle down.
No, never mind. She picked up pretty quick.
Oh my God. So, you kissed.
Yes.
I can't believe she didn't tell me. Why didn't she tell me?
I mean, it's been like 3 minutes, yeah.
Could you maybe not say anything for a little while?
Why?
Well, I'm just not so sure she wants this out yet.
What makes you think that?
Do me a favor and keep it to yourself.
Please do, Suki. And don't tell Jackson, because Jackson will tell everyone at the Bean Fair.
This is good.
I hope so.
Oh, God. That doesn't fill me with such hope. Oh, there's my wife. Yes, that's what she looks like. Yes.
My mom bought by brownies.
Oh, God, the walk of shame.
You worked late again.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Do you have to work tomorrow?
Is he just going to tell her?
Well, will you be home for dinner?
I do feel bad for her. She's not done anything wrong. Ugh.
You want a brownie?
Bro.
My mom put gummy bears
Just
in them like
tell her.
it's still 3 or something.
You answered my phone?
Well, it kind of woke me up.
Why are you answering people's phones?
Dean, not the play. Not the play.
You know it's my phone, Lindsay. This isn't your phone.
He's trying to just find an excuse to, like, make out she's in the wrong.
I told you, they hung up.
So, great. You're just answering my phone, not taking messages?
You know what? I can't do this. We're getting a divorce. That's what he's trying to do.
I mean, he calls to tell me, and you answer, and he thinks maybe he doesn't have the right number, and he hangs up.
Yeah.
And then I just lose out.
Yeah.
Which means we lose out. God, Lindsay,
God, Lindsay.
You don't get it, do you? I mean, you have absolutely no respect for me at all. That's just...
Yeah, that's what's happening here, Dean. Yes, correct.
I don't want to fight. We always fight.
Yeah, well, whose fault that is.
I'm sorry. Okay?
Such a knob.
Coming to bed?
No, Lindsay, you know I don't go to bed. Why do you always ask me?
I'll be right there.
God, well, that's Great.
Everything looks so good.
I know it does.
Is that Lulu?
You want half of that cranberry square.
Okay.
Kirk, sit.
I'm good.
You can't eat standing up like that. My mother says it gives you cancer.
Ah.
Really? Mine too.
Hey, look who came to visit.
Oh my God, the baby's here.
The baby's here, oh my God!
He just came to say hi to everybody and to see the place on which his entire...
Why is he looking at me? Stop looking at me. Michelle, my boy.
Michelle, hold it right there. Michelle, I have a complaint.
Oh my God.
Michelle,
What can I do for you?
one of my shoes is missing and the other
Yeah.
has been chewed.
Oh no.
Riddle, I'm very busy.
No, this is not a riddle. This is fact. Look at this shoe.
He probably chewed it himself just so he could make a complaint. I really wouldn't be surprised.
Smooth surface floors. I'd leave it in your hallway, and in the morning, I find this.
Oh my God, what have I done?
Okay, never mind.
Hey, Lorelai.
Oh, no problem, Luke. Butt right in. I couldn't possibly be talking about anything important. Good.
People like this actually exist as well.
So much for coming.
Okay, guess I'll see you later.
Oh God.
I'm going to find wherever I read that you said you have shoe shine service. I'm going to show you, and then he can take that look off his face.
Yeah, I won't be surprised if he's making it up.
Surprise.
People will expect me to be here for breakfast.
Yes, they will.
Okay, then I'm here for breakfast.
Enjoy.
Lorelai's been well judgy of the situation.
He's got that look on his face. You might want to give him back to me.
Oh, please. If I went running every time some guy tried to crap all over me, I never would have gotten married.
What did you want to talk about?
Right. Oh, there we go. Couldn't keep it secret for like 10 seconds. There you go.
Weigh in. You're with Luke.
No.
How'd you
Luke told me.
Why'd you have to
No,
pipe
I'm sorry,
up? You
Luke
couldn't.
didn't tell me. Kirk told me.
Kirk told you?
He saw you. He saw you kiss Luke. Oh my God, you're kissing Luke.
I'm just screaming it for the whole world to hear.
You're not gonna die alone. I mean, somebody will be there. Somebody will know. Somebody will find the body and call the police.
Great. Thanks.
Can't believe Kirk saw us. I thought he was asleep.
Don't worry. I convinced him he was dreaming and all, so I don't think he'll say anything. I know you're concerned about that. Why are you concerned about that?
Who said I was concerned about that?
Luke
And there
asked
we
me
go.
not to say anything. Said he wasn't sure if you wanted it.
Literally, what? 2 hours ago, she was told.
How was it?
How was...
You know, was it on top of a table? Because I always thought it would be on top of a table.
I mean, hopefully soon.
Oh no, Jason. What happened to Jason?
Oh, his condo was on fire.
It was?
Well,
He died last night.
I mean, he knows you're processing, but once you process, there's gonna be sex, right?
He knows. I think he knows.
That was a dire conversation.
Dislocates several of Davy's limbs trying to pry him away from Patty and Babette.
I have to go.
Oh, she ain't there for the Lorelai charm today.
Talk as friends, but hey, forget it.
I will.
Not that I take back what I said.
That's your prerogative.
I mean, he is married.
There it is again.
Felt maybe I could help you figure out how to handle this as your friend, who you usually turn to help you figure out how to handle things. But if you don't want to talk, then fine.
Great.
Yeah, but you went mum mode last night.
I'm out.
Terrific.
In fact, I'm really busy, so if you did change your mind...
Which I won't.
Okay, but if you did, I'm sorry. I can't help. Taylor lost a shoe,
Yeah,
so
you
get
too,
in line.
Rory.
Any end to this speech in sight?
Bye.
Oh my God.
Aha! I told you I'd seen it somewhere. Look at this.
Right.
Michelle.
I didn't even put Taylor on the tier list. All I'll say is, if there are 0 Taylor haters in the world, then I'm dead.
Get them and take them home.
Okay. Just have to locate Papa.
What?
He went out for a walk. He's around. He was just testing his boundaries.
Apparently so are you.
I'm going.
I love these two. I prefer these two's friendship to her and Suki, honestly. Blasphemous, I know, but no, I didn't. Realistically, her and Suki have a better friendship, but
Use your cell phone.
I don't have a cell phone.
of course.
Geez, what the hell's going on over there?
What's going on over there?
Hold on.
You hold on too.
Oh my God.
I'm good.
Hell yeah, having a conversation. Let's go.
Realized that, when I got back last night, I was a little
Why is there a dog
distracted.
Oh,
Hey,
even
no
this.
big deal.
No, it was a big deal. I just,
Seriously, you don't need to.
we kissed.
You did do that.
Unexpected.
Lorelai, relax.
I'm fine if you want to just forget it ever happened.
No,
I don't want to forget it ever happened. It was a great kiss.
Now.
Yeah?
So what do you think?
I think I'm really relieved you feel that way.
Yes, Luke.
Guess we'll discuss this later.
Tonight?
Tonight.
Alright, we're good. I thought they were going to be fumbling a bit for like an episode or two, but we're good. We had the confusion for about 5 minutes.
You better finish that whole thing, Papa.
Hi, it's me. We need to meet.
Ooh, CIA. Oh, Dean. Deanatron.
Everything's okay.
Oh my god, you're going to cheat again, Dean. Lindsay in the window, or whatever her name is.
You wanted to talk.
Yeah. Talk.
Yeah.
Words. Love.
How long does this go on for? I reckon.
You what?
Okay.
I slept with
2
Dean
episodes.
in my room last night in my bed.
What room is this?
I'm out of breath. Sit down. My mom caught us.
Oh my god.
I mean, she didn't catch us. We were done, but we were still horizontal, and then she saw Dean come out of my room, and she just said all these things.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Lane's well into it.
Picturing it in my head, and oh my god.
Yeah.
Lane!
I'm busy.
Okay, but hello.
Oh, is it her room? Do we see her room before?
Many tiny details that were totally ignored because he's, like, perfect, you know?
Well...
Every word. I was going to be practical, and I was going to be adult, and then...
Yeah.
And then he walked in.
Yeah.
And he kissed me, and I couldn't think. It was just... And then we...
Again?
Well, once you get the hang of it...
Miss Patty's?
Where did you do it the second time?
Miss Patty's.
Yeah.
You did it at Miss Patty?
I mean, they fell asleep at Miss Patty's in season 1, didn't they?
I was going to get everything straightened out. Why did he have to walk
That
in
means
like
nothing,
that?
but...
In a minute! How was it?
Why are you whispering?
Because I just think that no matter where she is, my mom can hear this conversation.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
He loves me, and I love him.
Oh my god.
Lane, come on!
What do they want? Oh my god.
What?
Oh.
We were supposed to practice a half an hour ago.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Germs and spores for 20 minutes. I'm completely freaked out to touch a microphone ever again.
I'm just saying, at the end of the night, who cleans them?
Shut up, Brian.
Kind of has a point.
Now, that is my friend, and she is here in desperate need of some girl talk. And in case you haven't noticed, I am a girl, and this right here is what it's like to have a girl in the band. So all of you, deal.
Well, I'm told. Get told.
Sorry.
Lane, I think I did something that... What do you think?
Of what?
Her bed seems so small. Or is it just lots of pillows?
He's married.
No.
How did I overlook that fact? Talking to her is not an option.
Okay, well then...
Oh, she's gonna be fuming that he's on a drum kit.
What do you think you're doing?
Told you she'd be mad.
Well, you were in there talking about pantyhose or whatever the hell you chicks talk about.
Yeah, cool.
And great job this weekend. Great job.
Lorelai being our boss. Hell yeah. Emily!
Oh my god!
My, what a lovely greeting.
How long have you been sitting there?
Our lunch. At 1 o'clock. You, me, Rory, the three of us. We're having lunch, aren't we?
I didn't think so.
You didn't?
Yeah, probably haven't just decided that was gonna happen.
For the weekend, you said it included a lunch with you and Rory.
Well, yes, I know, but that was before you left.
What does my leaving have to do with anything?
Well...
You weren't here anymore. You were gone, so we just assumed lunch.
understandable.
This lunch was your idea.
But of course somebody's using that to get out the house.
All right, then. It is now 1. You said lunch at 1. I'm here. It's 1. I'm hungry.
Oh,
I'm
for
Rory.
God's sake.
Yes, Mom, she knew about the lunch, but you... So we... And she...
Emily, you can't
call
really Okay.
I'll wait.
Well, what do we think is gonna happen, of course?
Rory, this is not for me, okay? This is for your grandmother. You like your grandmother, remember?
Fine.
Great.
Bye.
Fun. This should be a fun dinner.
One of them wasn't working.
And you put the oven on 450 for 20 minutes.
Rory, don't go in there and get involved.
You should try something else. Meatloaf or chicken.
No, Dean likes roast beef. We had it at our wedding. His mother makes it every time we go over there. I'm making dinner tonight, and it has to be perfect.
Oh, God, I feel so bad for her.
Tell me how to do it again.
Okay.
And write it down.
Okay. First, you rub it with a little oil. Then take some fresh ground.
The weather's lovely.
Cool.
Yes, it is.
Rory, don't you think it's lovely?
It's very lovely.
Yes.
Oh, when there's nothing else to talk about. I don't mind a quick off the cuff. Oh, the weather's nice today, isn't it? Boom, sound. But when it's like nothing, then the weather's nice. Oh, that's the worst.
Richard and I have separated.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And?
Got it out.
What do you mean, and? That's not enough? You need some sort of mob-related offering to make it interesting?
No, Mom, that's plenty. It's just we already knew.
Yeah, I guess.
Rory, if you need to talk about this to try and understand why this is
I
happening...
guess is why Emily really wanted the lunch, to be fair.
I figured you'd make up.
Well, we didn't.
I see that. So, wow, you're really separated.
That's...
After 39 years.
I'm sorry, Grandma.
Well, what's done is done. I'm moving on.
Moving on.
The next stage of my life, I'm going to Europe by myself for the very first time since I was in college. I'm leaving tonight.
Tonight? That's fast.
I hope she does.
My travel agent and insisted that he put me on tonight's plane to Paris no matter what.
If we didn't get an Emily spin-off show about her in Europe.
I know it's very short notice, so if you already have plans for the summer, I completely understand.
You know, I think Europe sounds great.
Backhanded
I think you would really enjoy that. I mean, remember we loved Paris. And you don't have anything special planned for the summer, do you?
No, nothing.
Yeah, but going tomorrow, impulse, maybe.
Like to be impulsive with me?
If it was with Emily.
Grandma, I'd love to.
That is just wonderful. I'll call Rafi right away and tell him to bump another Baptist. We'll have a wonderful time, you and I. It'll be just like Gigi. Lorelai, I'm going to use your phone.
Be my guest, Mom.
I guess she's off to Europe.
Europe? Cool. Oh, come on.
How fast did you tell Grandma that I had nothing to do this summer?
I'm not shipping you off.
Oh, please.
But you did not have to accept.
I did too.
No, Rory, you didn't. You're 19 now. Remember, you're all grown up.
You really didn't
and
have to.
You can handle your
Rory.
own affairs. Sorry, that's a bad choice of words. And so if you didn't want to go to Europe, all you had to do was say you didn't want to go, but you didn't. So I assume you do want to go.
I feel like these two are going to divorce next.
Lindsay?
We didn't have a fight. Everything is fine with Dean. I want to go so I can get away from you.
Oh.
I'm sorry, weren't you supposed to go through this phase like 5 years ago?
Tell Grandma I had to pack.
She's going in a little bit on her. But at the same time, hard truths. Ah, look at this. This is what him and Rory were doing as a joke back in season 1. She's kind of wholesome. How much do you need to pack, please, God? The eye roll. Richard smoking up a doobie. I should say line up a doobie, whatever it is. Richard getting high would be kind of funny, just while Emily's gone.
Rory, hurry up. You have to hold your own boarding pass and you'll need your ID.
Actually
Lorelai, say your goodbyes here. If you don't have a boarding pass, you can't go any farther. All right? All right, Lorelai.
Okay.
Search me, that's just fine. Don't be afraid to ask.
I mean, if he doesn't want to do it.
If you need to talk about anything, just please call me, okay?
Okay.
Cool. I still don't hate Rory, by the way. If I'm meant to hate Rory at this point, you gotta try harder than that, guys. You gotta do better than that. I mean, if she's like this to Lorelai the whole season, then yes. But also, Lorelai's going in a tiny bit, maybe.
Me again.
God.
3 rambling messages on your machine. I just wanted to tell you I got a cell phone before I left, so that's it.
Ah!
Yeah, number.
There we go.
Thank you.
860-294-1986. Okay, bye. Just don't change your mind until I get back, okay?
My boy.
Talk to you later.
Any more? I was just calling already, jeez.
Oh no, did you leave a message? Sorry, my answering machine dropped dead of exhaustion. What did you say?
Not much.
Okay.
So.
Yes, the romantic phone calls.
About 10 minutes from if I lived here, I'd blow my brains out.
Ah, yes, I hear it's lovely there this time of year.
Oh, it's a little cute ending at least. I can't believe Rory is actually off to Europe with Emily. I kind of hope we see that. That could be a really great episode 2 and 3, I think, of just Emily and Rory in Europe. I guess we'll wait and see on that one. But there we go, guys. That is episode 1 of Gilmore Girls season 5. Can't believe we're on the 5th season, but really, really great episode. Really enjoyed this one. I think it's one of the better premieres of the show, actually. Just going to go and check. I want to check. Season 4's premiere was... that was a great one as well, apparently. I gave that one an 8. That was after they got back from Europe, so it's funny she's going back to Europe now already. Season 3, I seem to remember, was pretty good. That was also an 8 out of 10. Season 2, I think, was the weaker premiere. That was a 7 out of 10. And then season 1, I gave a 6 out of 10 to the premiere. But I feel like that would probably be a pilot episode that I'd boost up if I was to rewatch that one. So, yeah, I think this is one of the better ones, if not the best premiere, actually, out of all the seasons that we've had. Luke and Lorelai were adorable, which we needed. I'm very happy that was the case. Then we have Dean fumbling around, not sure what he's going to do about this. He either sticks with Lindsay and they just call it off, or he divorces Lindsay, and then him and Rory work out. But I feel like would that happen this season? I don't know. I think he's got a big decision to make, and I guess Rory's kind of leaving while he kind of makes that choice, or she's just trying to get away from him. I don't really know. Emily and Richard. Emily was amazing this season, obviously. So I'm curious these highs and lows that she's going to go on this season. It sounds like this could be quite an exciting season for Emily, where she's not just doing the same. Because I love her, but it is like we see her on the Friday nights, they have dinner. Emily's amazing. That's really it. Whereas now it's like she could do. As she said, the world is a oyster. Go do a thing. So rating for this episode, I'm going to stick in the 8s, but I feel like I gave the other two like an 8. A low rate. I give this one an 8.4 or something. I don't know if I gave the other premieres high, but I do think this is the best premiere that I've kind of had out of the season so far. Maybe I can't remember everything that happened in the other 2 or the other 4 premieres. Jesus, I can't believe how many premieres this shit. How are we on season 5? My God, it's gonna start to kick in that not anytime soon. I feel like maybe more so next season, but kind of be like that feeling with Friends where you start to notice that it's actually gonna start to end soon, but not anytime yet. Yeah, we'll get 8.4 out of 10 for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know for the episode down below in the comments, and I'll see you next time for episode 2. Until then, take care. Peace.